These long dog days of summer, I mean, we just made it through a heat wave. Mama was parched through this heat wave. I was hitting up Dunkin' every single day, and I will continue to probably for the rest of my days, but especially this summer. Dunkin' is helping everyone stay cool this summer with its lineup of refreshers. These drinks are packed with bold, fruity flavors and served ice cold. It's amazing. Dunkin' refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. I like to start my morning with them personally, and then sometimes I go back for a second one because I'm just feeling crazy. They come in a variety of delicious flavors, including fan favorites mango pineapple and strawberry dragon fruit. And then for a limited time, there's black cherry and there's pink pineapple. I'm going to tell you something right now, and it's a bold claim, let me tell you, but I stand behind it. Pink pineapple will change your life. It is so good. It has me feeling like I'm sitting in a pool, resort side, just living, honey. It's so yummy. Try your favorite flavor with green tea, sparkling water, lemonade, or Dunkin's all-new limeade. I haven't tried the limeade yet, but I'm going to. Usually I get my drinks made with green tea and occasionally lemonade, but I do really like the green tea. Or if you don't want to build your own, try one of Dunkin's curated refreshers like the Cherry Lime Ricky or the Ultimate Pink Daydream. The Cherry Lime Ricky, scrumptious. I could drink like 3 of these a day. They're so freaking yummy. Head to Dunkin' today and find your favorite refresher. Dunkin' refreshers contain less than 1% fruit juice. Limited time offer. You know what's really terrifying? That unfinished college degree lurking in the background, just sitting there, waiting for you. That's where Southern New Hampshire University comes in. With flexible online degree programs, there's no commuting, no rigid schedule, and no more excuses. Plus, they have some of the lowest online tuition rates in the U.S. Visit snhu.edu/morbid to learn more before your degree becomes just another story about what could have been. Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey weirdos, I'm Alaina.
I am Ash.
And this here, it's a morbid.
It is.
It's a full morbid.
This is the Morbido.
It's a big old morbid up in here.
What's up? How was your birthday?
My birthday was amazing.
What'd you do?
First of all, I have to say thank you to every single one of you lovely, delicious, beautiful, magical weirdos.
Whoa.
And your wonderful birthday wishes. You made my day. Nay, you made my year.
I'd like to thank the people that also wished me a happy birthday because they thought that it was my birthday.
It wasn't.
I didn't birth 3 children yet.
It was my birthday. But guys, I really appreciate it. You guys are amazing. And Ash's message made me cry, like legitimately.
Yes.
And yeah, you guys are just amazing and you know how to make a gal feel special.
It's always my goal to make people cry on their birthday.
And you did.
With my posts and my gift.
It was wonderful. Everybody was so sweet. I really, really, really appreciate it. And Ash got me tickets to see the Silver Sun pickups next year, and I am so excited.
I was like, you don't have to take me.
Yeah, you literally were like, you don't have to take me, by the way. I was like, girl, please.
Which is also what I did for your Christmas present. I was like, these are tickets to something that you don't have to take me to, but I'd love to go to.
We're going to see Gary Gulman.
The Gull.
We're going to go see the Gull because he's in remish from the depression, and I'm excited about it.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, I got tons of fun shows to go to. John got me tickets to see Ali Wong, which I'm so excited about.
We're going to see Stassi.
We're going to see Stassi.
I'm gonna shit my fucking pants.
Like, oh, and then John got me tickets to see Watch What Crappens.
Oh, and I get to go to that because John doesn't wanna.
So excited. It's gonna be a great year.
And then we get to do all of our shows.
Yeah, we get to go to awesome podcast shows and do awesome podcast shows.
I bought pants to wear at the Gramercy show, which is in New York on January 30th. And my pants are amazing.
Guys, these pants are legendary.
They're going to blow your fucking mind holes.
They will actually probably literally make your brain leak out of your ears.
I just figure if I get
good.
to like sit on stage for something, it's probably not going to happen for a long time.
No.
Or like ever again in my life. So I'm going to have a moment.
Yeah, you gotta have a moment.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be Ash without a moment.
No. Even if someday, like when I'm old and like in the retirement home, I'm still going to be having moments with fancy pants.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
I also hope my kids don't put me in a retirement home. But
I know.
anyways,
That's neither here nor there.
we have other shows too.
We do.
So after the Gramercy show in April, we're going to be in Philly and DC.
Super excited.
I'm so excited about that. You know who I think is coming with us to Philly and DC?
Who?
Annie.
Annual?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways, just a little brief sprinkle. We're going to be in CrimeCon.
Oh, guys, CrimeCon.
Oh my
you
God.
gotta be there. You gotta get there, guys.
I gotta see Nancy and I gotta see Keith.
And if you guys try using our code Morbid2020.
Yes,
Do
because you'll get a little discount.
You will, and you gotta be there. It's gonna be awesome.
You
We're gonna
have
be on
to come.
Podcast Row.
You're all cordially invited
You are. We want you there.
by us.
All your faces.
And then after we get to go to CrimeCon, literally like a week later, we're going to be in Nashville for 2 shows. The first
Yes.
one is sold out, but we added a late night.
We got a late night show in Nashville.
And those shows, just so everybody knows, are going to be 2 different shows.
Yes, they are. They're going to be 2 different cases, so you're going to get a brand new show for the second show.
Yeah, a few people said they were going to both, so we were like, well, we won't make you sit through the
Yeah.
same 2 cases.
We never want to make somebody sit through the same show over and over again, so we're going to try to make it different
It's going to be lit.
most of the time.
A lot of the time.
But yeah, so that's exciting, and I think there's some other like little things that we can mention on maybe next week's episode, because I want to get into this one.
I'm so excited for this one. I've wanted to do this since we had a podcast.
You've and Ash has mentioned this one a lot, and we finally decided to like go really hard at it. And wow, guys,
I knew I had to let Alaina research this because I wanted a deep dive, not an Ash dive.
it is real serious.
Alaina's like one of those people that dives for bodies. I'm like one of those people that like snorkels.
That's there
You
go.
scuba, I snorkel.
Oh, that's a good way of putting it.
Thank you.
There you go. I
thought
love that.
That was my brain
I'm
child.
scubaing right now.
So what are we doing?
I scubaed hard on this. So this is the case of the mysterious disappearance of Bryce Laspisa.
I'm so excited.
And I know a lot of people were like, "Oh my god, I love this case." So I hope I do it justice for you guys.
Bitch, you always do.
I am. Oh, girl,
always do.
I love you.
You always be doing that.
I hope this one had me raging. Let me
good.
tell you.
Well, there's a lot of twisties and turnies.
There's a lot of twisties and turnies. So let's just start right at the beginning. Bryce Laspisa was born in Illinois on April 30th, 1994.
What?
He's a Taurus.
You know, I don't know anything about Taurus.
I think one of
They're
my best friends was a
strong-willed.
Taurus. They're very loyal, I think.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
love that.
I mean, she's very loyal. So, hey, Lindsay.
Let's
love
find
you.
out if Bryce was loyal.
His parents were Mike and I'm going to actually speak of him in the present because we don't know what happened. It's easy. It's easy to say like he was, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I'm going to try to keep it in the present. If I don't, please don't yell at me. His parents are Mike and Karen Laspisas. Together, they lived in Naperville, which is a suburb of Chicago.
Which sounds like you take lots of naps there. I'd like to settle there someday.
I would love to just go visit Naperville for
If
a little
there is
while.
anywhere I'm supposed to live, it's Naperville.
It is Naperville. You don't you take a Napa. You don't move to Napa. Where are my Sex in the City heads?
Yo.
So he graduated Naperville High School in 2012. That makes me feel very old. And that summer, the family moved from Naperville in Illinois to, and that Naperville is in DuPage County.
DuPage.
Just to put that into, where it is. They moved to Laguna Niguel in California.
Oh, girl.
Yeah, I'm saying that sounds fancy. Any Laguna, I feel like it's fancy.
Well, it's like Lauren Conrad's home.
Lauren
Am I
Conrad.
okay?
It's like Lauren
Conrad.
Conrad.
Why did I just speak?
I love it.
What was that?
I don't know, but I loved it.
Where am I?
That same fall, he started Sierra College in Rockland, California. He stayed in the dorms. He was on the dean's list, according to a verified insider on Web Sleuths.
Ooh.
Now, let me let you know what a verified insider on Web Sleuths is.
She's doing a shimmy as she says.
I am. I'm shimmying for Web Sleuths.
People are like, please do a YouTube channel.
I constantly shimmy when I get excited about
do.
things. But Web Sleuths, I just made an account specifically for this case, just so you guys know. They have verified insiders, which is a new thing that they're doing, where if somebody claims to know a family, a victim, claims to be in law enforcement, a medical professional, a psychiatrist, like any kind of literally like insider into any kind of case,
they have to get verified.
They verify it to make sure that they can speak on that. And if they find out that they're not verified and they're not actually that, they take down everything that they've said.
Oh, shit.
Because they're like, you can't spout that shit if you're not really in it. So anything that I have found for this case from Web Sleuths, it's from 2 verified insiders. And their names are like, their usernames are like Karen. And then the other one is like Dragon something. I'll have to find it again. It's very legit. Either way, these 2 people are verified insiders. They know the family. They were involved in this case. So just letting you know. Now, Bryce was very artistic. He was very creative. That was something he was known for. He took graphic design courses in school. By all accounts, you know, he did very well in school. Everybody liked him. He wasn't like, nothing stuck out as like, but he had this weird thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
He was surrounded, he had a big group of friends. He, by all accounts from his parents, loved his parents, loved his family. He was one of those kids that his mother says was very close to his parents, and like, in the sense that they had like an open and communicative relationship.
They could talk about things.
Like, yeah, like his mother Karen says he could literally talk to her about anything.
Oh.
So she's like, if he wasn't telling me something, that was concerning.
Right.
He was always described as kind, funny, lovable, charming, just all positive things. He was about 5'11". He had like super red hair.
Yeah.
And green eyes, which it's like,
cool combo.
That is the ideal combo to me. Like,
green
I think that is a
hair.
Great combo. Mm-hmm. He had one of the best smiles, or has one of the best smiles I have ever seen. Have you seen pictures of him?
I've seen like 1 or 2.
You look at pictures of him, he has this like huge megawatt smile. It's just like,
you and I have a thing for teeth.
Yeah,
I love good teeth.
I love nice teeth, and he has beautiful teeth.
I'll be right back. Keep talking.
And yeah, she's gonna look up a picture.
You know I gotta.
And guys, like, I will of course post photos of this whole case. When you see it, it's like his smile makes you smile.
Oh, he does have a good smile.
Yeah, he just has one of those.
It looks like he's just like, "Hi, girl."
Like, he always just it makes you smile. So it's just, you know. In 2013, he got a huge tattoo on his left shoulder. It's a Taurus bullhead with Roman numerals for his birthday. So it's like a zodiac tattoo.
Love that.
Which is kind of cool.
I have a zodiac-ish tattoo.
According to one of the Web Sleuths verified insiders, Karen.
What Karen
he
said.
also had an M and a K for his mother and father's initials.
Oh, that's really
tattoo.
sweet.
Yeah.
I would never do that.
I would. But I understand why you wouldn't.
This is a paid ad by BetterHelp. I happen to be somebody that struggles with people pleasing. So a lot of times I will build things up and up and up and up and up and then kind of get to the point where I'm like, I need to let this out to this person. Even in 2026, that stigma and just stigma in general can get in the way of a lot of things, like getting support for your mental health. Maybe you've encouraged friends to consider therapy while avoiding taking that first step yourself because you're busy. You're worried about what other people might think, or telling yourself that you should handle this all alone. But therapy with BetterHelp, the world's largest online therapy platform, can be a space to slow down and talk through what's been building before it feels unmanageable. Just take a short questionnaire to identify your needs and preferences, and BetterHelp will handle the initial therapist matching work for you. Their industry-leading match rate means BetterHelp typically gets it right the first time. Feel confident knowing BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully qualified. Don't let hesitation hold you back. Find support with BetterHelp. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/morbid. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/morbid. Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
So he started dating a girl named Kim Sly, which is a great name. Like, what up, Kim Sly?
Hi, Kim Sly.
What up?
I would go by Kim Sly.
I would too. I would want to be called Sly.
Or
like,
just
I'd be
Mrs.
like,
Sly.
Just call me Sly.
I'd be like, also, if we get married, I'm not changing my last name.
No, never. I will not. And this was his first year at college that he met and started dating her. She was like a beautiful girl. Like, he was really doing the damn thing.
Okay.
Like, good for you.
Get it, Bryce.
Yeah, just get it. He spent the summer between freshman year and sophomore year at home with his parents, who they later said they spent a lot of time with him that summer. They saw him a lot. They never saw anything out of the ordinary in his behavior. Okay. August 2013, his sophomore year began. He got a campus apartment with a roommate, Sean, this year. He was 19 years old at this time. 2 weeks into that year, his roommate, Sean, called Karen, who is Bryce's mom, and he tells her, I gotta talk to you. And she's like, what's going on here? Because when your child's roommate is calling, that's concerning.
Never a good sign.
He's like, I'm really worried about Bryce. This is only 2 weeks in.
Yeah, that's not a long time.
That's not a lot of time. It's like, what the hell's happening in 2 weeks? He says Bryce's personality has completely changed. Like, it's worrying him. He claimed Bryce stayed up. One night he said he stayed up drinking, like, all night. And he said he's clearly drinking heavy. This is what's happening.
Yeah.
And then he said he's also taking the ADHD medication Vyvanse.
Which is no motherfucking joke.
Yeah. Vyvanse is a Schedule II controlled substance, so it has a very high potential for causing addiction and dependency, especially if misused. The literature about it is kind of... It's hard to find any literature about it when it comes to mixing it with alcohol. It's not really known what happens when that happens. There's been no studies or anything like that. I haven't found anything that indicates it causes more adverse reactions, but obviously it's never good to mix any medication with alcohol, so it's not going to cause a good reaction. We just don't know exactly what.
I feel like any medicine is like, do not mix with alcohol.
Yeah, it's one of
like
those
on the
things.
side of it.
There's not even like a specific warning for this medication, which I found weird. From what I found, I didn't see any specific warnings that was like, do not take this with alcohol. I think it's just one of those, like, you don't really want to take any medicine with alcohol. But it's interesting because a lot of people point to what we're going to hear about later as like maybe him mixing these caused like a psychotic break. I don't know if that's really true when you look at this, but it could be. We don't know. Once again, there's no studies that say either way. So I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that. So on August 26, 2013, he went to class as usual. He had a speech class and a web design class at Sierra College.
Oh, fuck a speech class.
Oh, God, I hate
public speaking.
It's so funny that like on stage I feel much better at like a podcast show.
Well, because everybody there you would hope likes you.
I would hope so. But like a speech class?
I went to community college and there was about 10 people in my speech class, 3 of whom are like still my friends to this day. But other than that, I hated that shit. I would get hives.
I hated it.
And then my fucking speech teacher would be like, does anybody have questions? Somebody has to ask a question.
And you're like, no,
does anyone have a question?
Please
and I would just be standing up there like panting, like, somebody asked me a fucking question.
Just ask me a question so I can sit my ass down.
I gotta go.
The only reason I loved my speech class in college was because I met one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Allie.
I love that.
Shout out to Allie. Love you.
Love that.
Speech class, bro. So yeah, he went to his speech class. He went to his web design class. His mother said that she talked to him. They had a quote-unquote good conversation. Everything seemed fine. But the next day, August 27th, Kim, his girlfriend, had some concerns. Like, she was starting to see shifts in his behavior. So she said he had texted her recently saying that she would be better off without him.
Well, that's never a good text to receive.
No. And she responded saying, like any of us would, being like, are you breaking up with me? Like, that sounds like you're breaking up with me. And she was like, are you breaking up with me? And he said, yes.
Via text?
Via text.
Not cool.
And this is like an over a year relationship.
Yeah, that's
like,
fucked up. Have you ever seen that video? You don't text message breakup?
Yes,
it's
I
by
have
the
seen
same
that video.
one as the shoes video.
And you don't text message breakup.
No.
So that same day, the 27th, Kim went to his apartment to talk about things because she was like, whoa. Like,
you don't get to text message break up me.
You're not text message breakupping me, and we're going to talk about this face to face.
Because we're adults.
They ended up making up when she got there, so they ended up talking through whatever it was. She did notice, however, that he was still acting really strange. Mm-hmm. And she says that he admitted to her that he had taken at least one Vyvanse pill. Mm-hmm. At least one. Mm-hmm. So it sounds to me like he was taking more than the prescribed dose.
Yeah. And from what I understand, Vyvanse is like Adderall, but like more. More than Adderall.
It's like it's a more intense Adderall for sure. And it's one of those things that you don't want to take it if you're not prescribed it.
Yeah.
That's just...
Well, because you don't know, the dosage or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm, like, a big person when it comes to that anyways, that, like...
She sure is.
Don't take prescription pills that are not prescribed to you, because they are prescribed to that person very specifically with a dosage that is specific to that person. But I won't get on that soapbox. So after this, on October 28th, at around 1:30 p.m., Bryce talked to his mom, and he told her, I'm going to go break up with Kim again. It's good. Like, damn. According to Karen, this was weird because she was like, he had been, like, in love with her. Like, talked about it all the time, how in love he was with this girl.
With Kim Sly.
So his mom's just kind of like, I mean, whatever. College. What am I going to do about it? Like, sure, go ahead. So at 2:05 p.m., Bryce texted Sean, his roommate, and said, quote, love you, bro. Seriously, you are the best person I have ever met. You saved my soul.
Oh.
Which, like, good on Sean.
I know.
Good job, Sean. Now at 2:09 p.m., Sean replied, saying, I love you too, man. You have an amazing life, full of love and blessings. Don't waste that. You have too many people that love you, Bryce.
Okay.
So it sounds to me like maybe Bryce was possibly hinting to Sean before this
that he was, like, suicidal.
He was feeling some type of way. And maybe Sean was... Because who knows? Again, we're just speculating here because nobody said anything. But it sounds to me like Sean was maybe picking up on vibes and was just trying to put that out there to not be, like, too much, you know?
To, like, talk him off a ledge, basically.
Yeah, like, he was trying to talk him off a ledge without scaring him out of talking to him. You know what I mean? Like, because you want to be really delicate when it comes to that, especially... if someone hasn't come right out and said it to you, like, it maybe Bryce hadn't come out and said something, and
just
Sean was just kind of feeling it, and he was like, I just want to let you know that, like, we all love you. Please know that.
Yeah.
Which it's like, that's adorable. That, like, these two 19-year-old boys are like, I love you.
It is.
Like, that's wonderful. So he then showed up at Kim's apartment later in Chico, California at 10 p.m. This was about 90 miles away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's a little bit of drive. She was super concerned, and she said, like, the conversation was weird, he was acting strange, and he said he wanted to break up again. Now, she thought he should not be driving. She was like, it wasn't even about the breakup. Like, obviously, I was heartbroken about the breakup, but I was concerned about how he was acting, like, his more than anything. So she was like, I don't want you driving, so she took his keys and wouldn't give them back. And some people, like, looked at that and were like, she was just mad that he broke up with her and she didn't want him to leave.
No.
That's not the case here, I don't think. And Kim is literally like, I just didn't want him getting in a car and something bad happening.
Because I cared about him.
Regardless of him breaking up with me twice in 2 days, I really cared about him. So, and this is what makes me think that. She then called Bryce's mom with him standing right there.
Yeah.
If this was just because she was pissed about the breakup and upset and
why would she have involved his mom?
She would never involve his mom. So she calls his mom right there and she tells her, listen, Karen, I'm upset. I think Bryce, something's going on with him. I've told you he's acting strange. Now, remember, Sean has already called his mother and told him he's acting strange. His roommate, who he spends all this time with, and now his girlfriend, who he spends all this time with, are both saying... Something's up with your kid. Now, she's like, I took his keys. I don't want him driving. So she was like, Karen was like, okay, let me speak to him. So she spoke to Bryce, and Bryce was like, I'm fine, Mom. Like, she was like, are you okay? What's going on? And he was like, I'm fine. I just want to go home.
Right.
And she has my keys. I want my keys. And he kind of made it seem like I broke up with her and she's holding on to my keys. So his mom's like, okay, like, that's fine. So she says to Bryce, you know what, I'm going to fly up there tomorrow and I'm going to check on you. And he said, no, don't make any kind of plans, nothing like that. Please don't do that before we talk. And he said, because, quote, I have a lot to talk to you about.
Oh, God.
And she was like, what? And he was like, no, I'll tell you about it later. Now, Karen made Kim give back the keys. Karen got on the phone and said, give him back his keys.
I know that you're not supposed to, like, blame anybody, but I wouldn't have done that.
I mean...
you're not there to assess the situation. Someone is clearly nervous. They see something that you're not there seeing. If anybody had any doubt that my kid... not that I have kids, but when I do have kids... If anybody doubts that they're capable of driving a vehicle, I'm not interested.
Yeah. And honestly, like, just to forewarn everybody... I'm real pissed at how his parents handled most of this case, and I'm gonna say it. And if you don't want to hear it, that's fine, but this is how I feel, and it's my podcast, so I'm gonna say it. But we are not the only ones who feel this way. I've listened to a bunch of other podcasts about this. I've done a ton of research on the internet.
Yeah.
We are not alone in feeling like there was a lot of mishandled moments in 100%,
this. And this is just the first one.
Yeah, and this is just... And again, I'm a mother... I'm just stating to you what I would do in this situation. Right. And when it comes to my kid, if two people that have been very close to him, and these are just two instances, from what I've read, it seems like a lot of people were telling her something's up with Bryce. Like, he's acting strange. Anytime somebody who's that close to my kid is telling me something's off with them, they're acting strange, I'm worried.
I'm flying out there tonight.
I'm there. I'm there immediately. And we're going to figure this out. Like, it's just... Sometimes you gotta especially when it comes to your own kids. There
are no boundaries.
I'm gonna overdo it because I'd rather overdo it than underdo it. And it's like, maybe I'll fly out there and they'll be like, Mom, I have the flu and I just don't feel good, and like everybody thinks
you're like, oh, okay, well, let me make you some soup.
That's fine. I don't care. Like, I'd rather do that than something bad happen.
Right. Like this.
So Kim gave back the keys, and at 11:30 p.m. he left. Now Karen and Kim assumed he was going back home. To his the apartment on campus. Now at 1 a.m. he called Karen, his mother, again, and said, she was like, what the hell's going on? He said he was fine. She thought he was home by then because she was like, you should have been home by then. It was 90 miles away. He was not home. So he's calling her and he's like, I am on the road. Now, according to cell phone tower pings, he had gone south in the opposite direction to his place on campus. So now they're like, what? 11 a.m. Karen gets another call, but this time from her car insurance company. It was either a call or a text. I've seen both. I'm going with call because that's what I've seen more. The car insurance company was telling her that roadside assistance was used by Bryce for their car. They were informing her of the charge that was coming. So that's a little concerning. Of course, it could be anything, but you don't want to hear that.
Right.
Now, Karen called Sean, the roommate, and was like, is Bryce okay? I got the call about the roadside assistance. And Sean's like, oh, Bryce never came home last night.
Oh my God.
What are you talking about? And she's like, what? So Karen and Mike, his parents, are now panicking. And they start checking all their records to see, where he could be. They're like, because from the looks of it, Bryce was using their car that they gave to him. He also apparently had a credit card that was linked to, like, that they had access to, so it must have been on their account, which I guess is because at first I was like, wow, what a lucky kid, he gets his parents' credit card at 19. But then I'm like, but that's really good because they were able to look up the account, like they were able to look up the charges.
I have a credit card that like Papa can see, but it's my personal money. Like it's not connected to his account, but he's an overseer on my account.
That makes sense.
And I'm 23. So.
Yeah, so you're like,
and it's good because he's like, maybe don't spend that much money, and I'm like,
he's like, hey, don't do that. Well, and this was good because regardless of if it was, their credit card that they pay for or if they just saw the account, they were able to see that there was a $20 charge in the town of Buttonwillow on their debit statement. This is just a few hours away from their home. So they were like, oh. So this
maybe
leads them
coming home.
Exactly. This leads them to believe that Bryce was coming to their house. So they're like, okay, maybe he was coming. Maybe he was going to come home and we were going to talk about all those things that he said he needed to talk to me about. And so, but they had been calling his cell phone and they're not getting answers. And so now they're starting to freak out. So now Mike's, his dad, is looking at the credit card statement and he sees the charge for $20 and he's like, all right, it has the name of the business on here. I'm going to call this business and ask them if they've seen him, what this is about. Now the business was Castro Tire and Truck, And that was what was linked to that $20 charge. The owner of this business was a guy named Christian. Now, let me just preface this and say, Christian is a damn guardian angel.
He's a sweetie.
Christian, holy hell.
I remember the first time I heard this, I was like, Christian's got something to do with it.
No,
and then
Christian
I was like,
is just a wonderful human being.
To do with it.
He's just a wonderful human being.
Yep.
Now, he tells Mike, so Bryce's dad, that he had delivered 3 gallons of gas to a man who had run out of gas and was on the side of the road this morning at 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm. Me, all the time. I have always run out of gas at 9 a.m. on my way to work.
You have, actually.
So many times.
Now, apparently, when Christian had first gone to deliver the gas, he didn't see Bryce, just the car.
Mm.
And so he went to leave, but Bryce immediately called back for the gas.
And he's like, where are you?
Christian went back. And when he got there, Bryce was with the car now. And he informed Christian that he had been sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
So Christian was like, okay.
Where, though?
Unfortunately, this dispelled their belief that he was coming to their home. Because if he had received the gas in Buttonwillow at 9 a.m., then he would have already been home by now at 11 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So where the fuck was he?
Mm-hmm.
So now Christian, being the really good, decent human being that he is, can hear that Bryce's parents are worried as fuck. Like, he can hear the panic. As soon as he says, I gave it to him at 9 a.m. and that's all I know, he can hear that they're like, are you kidding me? He should be home now. So he tells them that he will go back out to the place that he delivered Bryce the gas.
And it was a drive.
Yeah. Just to make sure that he wasn't there, just to see what was going on.
What the deal was.
Like, Christian. So he goes there, and what do you think he finds?
Well, I know, so I don't want to say.
What do you think he finds?
No, that's not it.
He finds Bryce.
Bryce is still there, y'all.
Still there 3 hours later.
In the same spot.
He was sitting in his car for 3 hours after getting gas. So Christian tells Bryce, your parents are panicking. They are so worried about you. And he calls the parents back to let them know Bryce is here.
He's still here.
So they spoke on the phone with Bryce. And he tells them they were like, what are you doing, dude? Like, what is going on?
What's up?
And he goes, nothing. And that was it. Like, he didn't give any explanation.
Chilling in the same spot for 3 hours for no reason.
So Karen is like, well, go get gas and come here. Now, this is the first instance.
Where you're like, nope, go there,
Karen.
I'm
like, Karen.
Go there.
Come on, Karen. At this point, he's about 2 or 3 hours, I think, away from their house.
Mm-hmm. I'd be in my car.
I would go there.
Yeah.
I would be like, I would either ask, at this point, I would be like, Christian, I know we've asked a lot of you right now, but this is kind of important. Is there any way you can stay with him?
Yeah.
Or is there any way, Christian, that you can bring him back to your place of business and I will come there?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going there.
Yep.
Because shit's weird. Already, shit is weird.
Right.
But
any kid that's been sitting in their car for 3 hours with nobody, just like hanging out, like,
and after driving for all night too.
Yeah,
it's like this dude has been on the road for like hours and hours and hours,
like almost a full day.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So Karen tells him, go get some gas, come back to our house.
Okay, Karen.
So Bryce got the gas and off he went. So he would be coming home at around 3 p.m. if he came straight there.
Uh-huh.
Didn't show up at 3 p.m. And he stops answering his phone.
And at that point, I'd be shitting my pants as a parent.
Oh, I would be going insane. So Karen and Mike call Orange County Sheriff's Department and they file a missing persons report. Which, like, good job.
Mm-hmm.
You should do that. Police were able to obtain an emergency ping order from AT&T. And I got this little bit of information from the Sinisterhood episode on this case. Which, by the way, go listen to that too, because... One, Sinisterhood is a great podcast. I really like their podcast. Like, shout out to Sinisterhood. And their episode is really good on this. One of them is a mother, too, so she has, like, the same kind of, like, rage that I have. And it's funny because the other one is, like, I'm looking at it from the kid's perspective, and, like, my parents would come get me. Like, they were, like... So one of them is saying, like, I'm a mother.
Like, mine wouldn't. Just
but
kidding.
your grandparents would.
My grandparents would send you to come get me.
And it's just funny because, like, one of them is being like, I'm a mother, and I would come get my kid. Yeah. The other one's like, I'm a kid, and I'm not even a kid. She's, like, a grown adult. But she was like, as a child,
yeah,
my parents would come get me.
100%.
Like, this doesn't make sense.
Your ass would totally be there getting me and being like, 100%. Ash, what the fuck is going on?
I'd be like, what are you doing?
Alaina has come to get me in many situations, actually, now that I think about it.
And I would in this one.
Oh, I love you.
So I got it from this bit of information from them, that they were able to obtain the emergency order from AT&T, and it showed his cell was pinging off towers only 8 miles away from the gas station he got gas from.
Which is not very far.
So in 9 hours, he had only got that gas and then stopped. In 9 hours.
Damn.
He got gas, and that was it.
Well, he's 9 hours. Very focused on whatever he's focused on because Vyvanse.
Yeah, because Vyvanse.
I guess.
9:33 p.m., police found his SUV at a hotel, and he's in the SUV.
He's not even in the hotel.
Still
he's
in the car.
SUV.
And deputies approached him, and they were like, hey, bro, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, I'm going to visit a friend. Which, like, no, you're not. You're supposed to be going home.
Like, why are you taking a pit stop also for 9 hours?
Yeah, what friend are you going to see?
Right.
So they gave him a field sobriety test, and he passed.
Okay.
They also said he didn't show any signs of being impaired. They were like, we weren't even worried that he was. We just were like, maybe we should do this.
I don't think you would seem impaired on Vyvanse.
If you took enough of it, you would.
But if do you think he was, like, taking, like, one? Like, he could have just been on one, you think?
But one, I don't think would cause anything to really happen.
So you think he was, like, totally sober?
It seems like he was. Okay. I mean, from what they said, he was polite. He was in good spirits, talkative, totally with it, able to answer questions. They literally gave him a field sobriety test.
So bizarre. Passed. And the fact that he was friendly and in good spirits, like, that really. And he could answer
questions. He was very talkative. They said he wasn't quiet.
Yeah.
They asked if they could search his car, and he let them do it. He was like, "Sure, go ahead." They found nothing of note. They told him his family was extremely worried about him, and when they asked him what he was doing, he said, quote, "just blowing off some steam."
Okay. So it's like, from what? What happened?
And it's like, what do you mean you're blowing off steam? Like, you're sitting in your car. Down. What is happening? So at 10:30 p.m., cops told him to call his mother. They're like, dude,
you gotta call your mom.
This is ridiculous. And they said, Bryce didn't want to. Like, Bryce was like, no, I'm good. So he was like, can you guys call her for me and just give me the phone afterwards? Which is weird.
That is very bizarre.
So they called her. They were like, okay.
This is so bizarre. I've heard it, but I'm like, I'm all bizarre again.
Weird. I'm all bizarre again. So they did. They called her for him.
They were like, hey, he's here.
Yeah, they're like, cool.
Doesn't want to chat.
And then they gave him the phone to talk to her. His mom asked what he was doing, and he said, quote, "I'm going to hang with friends later." And he said, "I'm just chilling. I'm going to go hang with friends later."
But, like, why are you just chilling in, like, random parking lots, like, very far away from your school?
Well, and it's like...
And, like, what friends are you going to hang out with?
And he's just like, yeah, I'm just chilling for 9 hours. Like, no big deal.
It's not... And it's, like, the thing... Like, you weren't running errands. Like,
no.
You just weren't doing anything.
You're just sitting for hours and hours.
Weird.
And then they let him... The police said, he's fine. He can drive home. Like, he's fine.
Well, there's nothing they can do. What are they going to detain him on?
Every interview I've seen with Karen, the mom, says she spoke with the cops and they said he was fine to drive. Oh my God, Karen.
Yeah, like, that's your kid.
Karen. At this point, if you didn't do it before, this is the perfect opportunity. If I'm that mom, and I don't give a shit how judgy this sounds, I really don't. If I'm that mom, that is a cop. I'm going to say to the cops, 1, can you stay there with him? Or 2, can you take him?
Can you bring him home
to the station?
Yeah.
I'll come to the station and get him.
Bring him anywhere.
Please just hold on to him.
I'll come get him.
Stay there. Yep. So I can get there. I would be in the car on the phone with that cop, already on the way there.
Would they be able to do that? Like, keep him?
Technically, I would at least be like, can you stay there with him?
And I think they would do that.
Can you tell him I'm coming? I would try, at least.
Yeah.
And be like, I'm worried. I would say to the cop, listen, people have been telling me for weeks now, or days now, that they're worried about him and that he's acting strangely.
And this whole thing is fucking strange.
I don't know if he's just lucid right now to you, so please, can you keep him there? Because I'm very worried.
Yeah.
You don't take these people's word that he's fine. Stop taking people's word that he's fine to drive.
That your kid is fine.
Nothing is fine about this. This should be red alerts should be flying in every direction.
I agree. 600%.
Oy vey. So hours later, he still didn't make it home. Karen and Mike called Christian, the owner of the tire place, back because they were freaking out, and that was the last person they had talked to.
Right.
Christian agreed to check on Bryce 8 miles away. So he was like, I will go back to the 8 miles away where we last found him, where the cops found him. He was like, I'll go there.
Yep.
And I'll see if he's still there.
Yeah.
Because if that's the last place you said he was, I'll go check on him for you.
And guess what?
Because it's like, why is Christian doing this?
Right. Why didn't you just call the cops again? That's another weird thing.
So you know what? He went the 8 miles away where he was last seen, and Bryce was still there.
Yeah. Hours later.
13 hours. He has just been doing nothing.
That is so bizarre.
So Christian's like, yeah, he's here. He seems okay, but his eyes are a little red.
Because he's probably fucking tired.
But he's like, that's all I can see. So now Christian's like, okay, I'm going to let your son follow me onto the highway 30 minutes away.
Which is really nice.
So that I can make sure he gets on the highway towards your house. Mm-hmm. Again, 30 minutes away. Mm-hmm. This dude is leading Bryce onto the highway. So he does that. Mm-hmm. He leads him onto the highway, and then he sends him on his way, and he's like, now I have to go back to my life. Like, good luck. Now, Bryce's GPS said he would arrive at his parents' house at 3:25 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Need a boost? Sometimes all it takes is tapping into your inner cool. Icebreaker's gum helps you unleash the confidence within. Each chew releases a rush of icy flavor powered by cooling flavor crystals, sending a wave of refreshment to reinvigorate all your senses. Icebreaker's convenient pack fits everywhere, from car cup holders to backpack pockets, so you can find your cool wherever you go. Grab Icebreaker's gum online or at a store near you.
The best summer pieces are the ones you end up wearing on repeat. Comfortable, versatile, and somehow right for almost every occasion. Quince makes it easy to create a summer wardrobe that you'll love, with elevated essentials made from premium materials like European linen, organic cotton, and washable silk, without the traditional retail markup. I love that! Quince's 100% European linen pants, dresses, and tops are the pieces that you absolutely will reach for all summer long. I absolutely love their linen. I have so many pairs of their linen pants, which you can dress up or you can dress down in the summer. Like, say you're going to a nice dinner, you can pair it with like a silk shirt, a really cute necklace, some good, makeup and an updo. Or if you're just looking for a more casual look, you can do the linen pants with like a loose button-up shirt and you still look really chic, kind of like, I don't know, Diane Keaton vibes, I kind of think. Also, it's not just apparel. Quince also offers elevated essentials for your home, from bedding and bath to kitchen essentials and furniture. They have it all, honey. I am a big lover of Quince, and I really do think you will be too. Make your summer wardrobe feel easier. Go to quince.com/morbid for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/morbid for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/morbid.
So he spoke to his parents a few times, and when they asked for like landmarks and stuff to tell where he was, because they were like, let us know where you are along the way, he was like vague and like weird about it. Like at 1:50 a.m. he told his mother, quote, he had detoured off I-5 but was back on the I-5, and then he said, there's no lights and I can't see any signs.
So how do you know where you are?
Again, Karen, that's not normal.
Right.
It's like,
just go get him. Please just go get him.
Like, this happened so long ago, and I feel like it's happening right now, and I need to go get Bryce.
Well,
like,
also,
I feel like
it's
I need
just
to go help
a couple
him.
hours away.
Yeah, it's just none of this.
And this
is
has
okay.
been going on for a full day. Like,
yeah.
what are you doing? Also,
a day
at home?
and a night.
What do you think they're doing at home?
That's the other thing. It's like, what the?
You're
fuck
just sitting
are you
there
doing?
waiting, so you might as well be in your fucking car driving.
Oh, and it gets worse.
Oh, I know.
So at 2:09 a.m. he calls his mom and says, I'm tired. I'm going to pull over and sleep in my car.
I'd be like, no, you're not, though.
Now, they are 30 to 36 hours on the road at this point. Mm-hmm. He's 30 to 36 hours awake on the road and away at this point. She said she told him, that's a good idea.
Not a good idea.
Karen, what the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah, like, why do you think that's a good idea?
It is 2:09 a.m. What are you gonna go to sleep, Karen? Did you get in bed and go to sleep while your child is having something going on?
Well, and a nap on the side of the road?
Fucking car?
Yeah, no.
No.
Ma and Papa would be like, no, you're not taking a nap on the side of the road alone at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Hell no.
Nope.
There's no time in my child's life that I'm ever allowing them to sleep on the side of the road. I don't care if I have to fucking take a train, a plane, an automobile, a boat to get to them.
A kayak.
I will figure that shit out and I'm going to get to them. I don't give a shit.
Well, and at this point, he can't be
that far away at this point.
It would be like an hour away at this point.
It's like at this point, jump in that car, go 100 miles an hour and get to him.
Right.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Like, this is what makes me angry. It's like, what are you guys doing at home?
Well, this is what makes me question what happened.
This is all just weird. Like, I'm not trying to take away from the fact that they don't know where their son is and that they are also victims of this whole thing.
Probably could have gone a little differently.
Guys, like, this is your responsibility here. This is tough. So where are we? Let's see. So at 2:09 a.m., he's pulling over. He's going to sleep. That was the last contact that they had. Mm-hmm. Which, that's awful. So 8 a.m. the next morning,
he's not home.
Oh, yeah, he's not home. And California Highway Patrol officers show up at Mike and Karen's door.
Oh, your worst nightmare.
I was going to say, that had to have just been... I mean,
especially after any time a policeman shows up at your door or a policewoman shows up at your door is like a nightmare.
Yep.
But then if everything had been going on with your kid the day before, you're like, fuck.
You've got to be sitting there being like, shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, at that point, they have to be thinking, I should have gotten the car and driven there.
I really would hope so.
Yeah. And so he asked, do you own this 2003 Toyota Highlander? Mm-hmm. They said yes. And they were like, has it been stolen? And she was like, no, we gave it to my son to use. Mm-hmm. Well, they told them at 5:30 a.m. a construction worker found Bryce's car abandoned and wrecked near Castaic Lake. Mm-hmm. It was found off an access road where there was a 25-foot embankment. His car was found at the bottom of this embankment and on its side.
I don't like that.
It was pretty banged up, but it wasn't like banged up to the point where you were like, oh, he's dead.
Right.
Like, I've seen pictures of it. I'll post it. It's interesting. Bryce's, main things like his laptop, his phone, his credit cards, his wallet, all that kind of shit were still in the car.
Which is bizarre.
Yeah. And they were either in the car or like around the car. But he was nowhere. Mm-hmm. However, his duffel bag was open and unzipped and found outside the car.
It's also interesting that he even had a duffel bag to begin with.
Yes.
Because all he was doing in the first place was going to break up with Kim, and then as far as everybody knew, going back to school.
Yeah. And that's the thing. So, what was in that duffel bag that he took out?
Right.
And so they assume he must have taken something before he left out of that. Either he did or someone else did.
Did they say if he had a passport?
They did say he had a passport. I don't think it was on him, though.
Okay.
That passport.
Just wondering.
The passport, though, is in, like, the registry of missing persons. So it's, like, in the database. So if it was ever, like, there would be a hit on it if something came, but nothing has so far.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. The keys were still in the ignition.
Spooky.
Now, blood was found in the car, but not enough to suggest there was a bad head injury or anything like that. It was more like droplets on, I think, the driver's side window.
Probably, like, scratched.
And they said what probably happened was maybe he smashed his nose or he hit his head, and it was, like, a little bit of stuff. It didn't suggest that it was, like, a fatal injury or anything. The back window was shattered, and it looked like, and it had been kicked out, or it had been broken by, like, a tool, like an emergency tool.
Okay.
So they said either it broke on the impact, which they don't think that's the case, but they said they think he either kicked it out or used an emergency tool to get out of the back. Yeah. The evidence at the scene also showed that Bryce had accelerated when he drove off the access road and down the embankment, because there was, like, I think it was that dirt had kicked up behind, so it suggested he didn't brake.
Okay.
Like, dirt would have been in front of the tires, but it was in back, like he accelerated.
Okay.
There is this weird optical illusion that makes the lake look like it's right there off the access road. Mm-hmm. But when you look closer, the embankment is between the road and the lake. Investigators took this and initially were like, it kind of looks like he was driving off the road into the lake. Oh. Like, and that he accelerated
to get to
go
the lake.
into the lake, which suggests he was trying to take his own life.
Right.
Now, this could have also been, in my opinion, when I look at this, I can see why they would think accelerating would suggest he was trying to get into the lake. Uh-huh. To me, this says maybe, so what it is this access road, and there's a gate that's closed on this access road.
Maybe he accelerated to get through the gate?
I was thinking maybe what happened was he was driving around the gate and, like, was halfway onto that embankment to drive around it. He skidded, veered off into the embankment. Either he was trying to readjust, to accelerate to get back onto the road.
Oh, okay.
Like, to correct the fuck up.
The wrong turn.
Or it was just panic mode and he hit the accelerator instead of the brake.
Yeah. Because
in that situation, like, holy shit, you're going down an embankment, you might hit the accelerator by accident.
Right.
I mean, that's just me. And according to some web sleuth verified sources, the vehicle did go around the gate. It didn't hit it. So the vehicle was trying to go around the gate. And they said that it kind of like veered off into the drop off. Again, like he was trying to go straight, but he accidentally fell to the side while maneuvering past the gate and just veered down.
Well, and he had been driving for how fucking long? Like, you're bound to make a mistake.
He was probably exhausted. Of course, there was a huge search now. Volunteers, investigators, journalists, helicopters were there. There was a dive crew. There was cadaver and bloodhounds, you know what I mean? The local businesses even let people, like, set up base camps. They were missing persons posters.
Right.
They went crazy. So bloodhounds were used to follow the path from the car to wherever Bryce had gone next. And his girlfriend, Kim, actually gave the investigators some of the clothes she had at her house of his, like dirty clothes.
Yeah.
To try to get his scent off of it. The dogs so they did get his scent. Mm-hmm. Initially, the initial search led the dogs from the car or down the embankment and towards the lake.
Okay.
But then it walked along the shore. Okay. And what the second bloodhound search did that same thing, but then went across a dam over the lake. Okay. And then went southward to a truck stop, like a rest stop. Okay. And when it got to the rest stop, it just stops.
Mm-hmm. Like he hopped in a truck with someone.
Exactly. So people are thinking he walked all that way and then he hitched a ride. Mm-hmm. Be it a truck, a car. Was he meeting someone?
Like, had he planned something?
Had he planned something, or did he just hitch a ride?
To me, it seems like he planned something, because what was taken out of that duffel?
What was taken out of the duffel, and he walked to the truck stop.
Right.
And then
he knew it was
then
there.
The scent stops.
Right.
So he went somewhere.
Right.
He's not in the lake. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So they searched for 48 hours straight, and there was no sign of him. They couldn't find any evidence besides that scent, everything like that. At 2:07 a.m., 6 minutes after talking to his parents that night, they had his SUV was found to be on video surveillance camera on Lake Hughes Road, which was heading towards Castaic Lake. Okay. So he told his mother, "I'm going to pull off and sleep." 6 minutes later, he's seen driving towards that lake.
Right. He wasn't pulling off.
So he was bullshitting her. He was not, either he was bullshitting her, or for some reason he was going to this very remote area to go to sleep, which I don't think that would happen.
Right.
There was someone driving that vehicle. They have not positively identified it as Bryce because they can't see it that very well. Right. They're assuming it's Bryce because it was very close after he called his mom.
And they didn't find anything else in the car.
Exactly. No evidence to suggest someone else was driving that car, and there were no passengers seen in that car. The same camera captured him again on that road at 4:29 a.m.
Okay.
So this road is very long and really windy, and he went up and down it twice.
Weird.
And that doesn't make sense. And I think that the Sinisterhood episode that I listened to on this, I think they had a really good theory about this, which if you're going to go with the theory that he was trying to take his own life, which I don't necessarily go totally with. I don't think
so.
But if you are, this can be seen as maybe
like contemplating.
trying to get the chutzpah up to do it.
Like figuring it out.
Or trying to figure out if that's what you want to do. Just contemplating what you said. Like, that could be it.
Right.
Who knows? In the weeks following the search, a ton of tips came in, but no leads were happening. The media ended up getting involved because they were just trying to spread the word everywhere. They're like, anywhere we can get this. And more missing persons flyers came out. They had a billboard near the lake that was like a huge billboard with his face on it.
Yeah.
I mean, they were trying everything. And the parents kept saying he was fine. And they kept saying, we spent the whole summer with him. He was fine. He wasn't acting strange. I don't know what happened in these 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They think foul play is involved. They were like, he would never go voluntarily. He wouldn't try to, take his own life. This just doesn't make sense. September 4th, 2013, a jogger reported a fire in a woody area 3 miles from where Bryce's car had been found. They found the source was a body burning in the woods.
Which is terrifying.
So, everybody hold on to their butts, because DNA said it wasn't Bryce. It was not Bryce.
Suckers.
This was a murder victim from, I believe, a Los Angeles homicide that had happened, so...
That's sad.
I'm glad they found that one, at least. But the search was active for 3 weeks and then called off because they just had nothing.
There was nothing to go off of.
It was just nothing. During this time, his girlfriend Kim gave more clothing she had of his, just trying to help out in any way that she could. Karen and Mike decided that they were going to hire a private investigator named Denise Savastano.
Mm-hmm.
She said she would take the case pro bono. She basically wanted to look at the foul play aspect of this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she also said that she thinks that he hit his head and maybe became disoriented and like wandered into the truck stop, and who knows what happened after that.
Yeah. I mean, that's a valid
It is. It definitely
explanation.
She also said that his parents' address was put into the GPS, and they acted like this was like some groundbreaking like thing that she discovered, that he had put their address into GPS, indicating that he was planning to go there. But like, we knew that already because he had told his parents what time the GPS was telling them
that he was going to be there, right?
So I'm like, why was that?
Well, he probably just did that to be like, oh, I'll be home at this time to like shut them up or
exactly.
like give them an answer.
Exactly. Like he probably put it in there to be like, yep, it says I'll be there at 3.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, sure. So, so she thinks that, it could be foul play, the whole disorientation thing, or she thinks he maybe had a psychiatric episode.
I mean, maybe.
Which any of these could be true.
Yeah.
So the PI did help the parents hire a sonar specialist so they could search parts of the lake that they hadn't searched before. Mm-hmm. There was parts of this lake that are 300 feet deep.
That's fucking crazy.
Which, just saying that...
makes me scared.
Makes me so terrified.
Because what lives down there?
Like, deep water. I don't like deep water at all.
I like water, but I don't like deep water.
It freaks me. And thinking of a lake that's 300 feet deep, just, whoa, it gives me the willies.
It's like the underworld.
Oh, there's just so much in there that we don't know about. And I'm like, ah.
Who lives there?
For 2 days, 12 hours each day, they used this sonar device on this lake, and they found absolutely nothing. So investigators are now interviewing, friends and family. They're talking to anybody who knew him. They're like, someone's got to know something. And again, everyone they talk to are like, yeah, he was acting real weird at the beginning of sophomore year. Like, he's just weird. So they were like, what the fuck? Then they get told he had started giving away some of his possessions.
Which is
real different. So he gave Sean, his roommate, his Xbox, which apparently he loved. Like, he loved his Xbox.
It's a big thing to give away.
He also gave him a pair of diamond stud earrings that his mother had given to him.
Which is like,
why
are you
strange.
giving away my jewelry?
Yeah. His friends also said that he had begun to mix the Vyvanse, meds with hard liquor, and that he was drinking really heavily lately. Yeah. So, of course, his parents are like, no, that can't be true.
But you're like, also, what happened that he started drinking so... it's interesting to me that it started sophomore year. Like, if he... I don't think this was like, I'm going to drink so much because I want to party. Yeah. I feel like something happened.
Well, that's the thing. And it's like, even though all these people around him are like, he was melting down, he was changing completely, he was a totally different person, his parents maintain he was fine throughout the summer, that he never showed any signs of substance abuse, never changed at all. It like,
doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up.
So he just went to school and immediately shifted completely 100%.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Like, it just, something's weird here.
You know that feeling when you come home late from work and those puppy dog eyes just pierce right through your soul? Or when you're packing for a trip and your cat refuses to leave your suitcase? Yeah, we've all been there. Pet parent guilt is real. And you know what? It's completely normal. That's exactly why Hill's Pet Nutrition exists. They understand that being a pet parent means being human, with all of our imperfections and daily juggling acts. Hill's science-led nutrition helps you give more love than humanly possible. Whether it's those long work days or trying to balance attention between multiple pets, Hill's Pet Nutrition gets it. They've created science-based nutrition that supports your pet's lifelong health, so you can feel confident even when life gets hectic. Because you're only human, there's Hill's. Science does more. Ready to let go of the guilt? Find the right food at hillspet.com/podcast. That's hillspet.com/podcast.
Hi, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. Are you looking for a beach read this summer? May I suggest your big wireless bill? It's got suspense, mystery, a slightly flat, emotional arc, and a shocking twist where you realize you've been overpaying the entire time. Fortunately, though, Mint's story is better. Every plan, $15 a month. Even unlimited. That's it. Happy ending. Zero tears.
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
Now, that's some of the theories here. There's a theory that he had a psychiatric break, or he was suffering from mental illness. Mm-hmm. Now, this could be true because he was technically at the age where mental illnesses can rear their ugly heads.
Yeah.
And then there's the behavior he was exhibiting, which was very erratic, very up and down. The meds he was taking could have contributed to a psychiatric break. But where did he go? Right. Even if it is a psychiatric, where did he go?
Right.
What's happening?
You don't just disappear into thin air.
Because again, they've searched the homeless population, to see if maybe he's just they haven't found him. The next theory is suicide, which correlates, with his behavior that he was exhibiting, giving away his items.
They would have found a body.
That's the problem with that one too, because he's giving away his belongings. He accelerated towards the lake. Some people could look at that as, he was circling around that area. It looked like maybe he was thinking about it.
Or maybe he was just thinking about
breaking
running
up with
away.
his girlfriend before.
Right.
You know what I mean? He was talking to his friends like he was saying goodbye. It was like all that stuff. But again, if it was suicide, where is he?
Right.
Where's his body? Because he did walk away from the accident and dogs traced him to the truck stop.
Right.
So it's like, and he took something with him from that duffel bag.
Yeah,
what was in the duffel bag?
Do you have any theory about what he took from the duffel bag? Okay.
And I'm going to give it to you in a minute.
I had a feeling you
I
would.
do. I have a theory. So there's also the amnesia theory that people think he hit his head, got a head injury, and had amnesia and didn't know who he was or what he was doing or where he was going. I think that one's really far-fetched.
Yeah, I don't think so. Because this whole thing is planned before he hits his head. I think it's just, it helps for certain theories that he hit his head, but then you have to take into account everything that happened before that.
Exactly.
Which is also really fucking weird.
Exactly. Because so we're just hinging this on he hit his head. That doesn't make sense.
No, that's toward the end of the weirdness.
And it just reminds me of when Michelle Tanner got amnesia after she fell off that horse on Full House.
Oh my god, that was a great episode.
That was a very dark episode.
It was, you're correct.
I remember it.
I fell off a horse once.
That explains a lot, actually.
I mean, I was going to take that as an insult, but...
but...
I agree.
I can't even. So the next theory is that he walked away voluntarily.
Which is what I agree with.
Like a staged suicide. He tried to, he wanted to get off the grid. He could have gone to that truck stop. He could have gone on the highway and life. Off he goes. His parents say there's no way this is what happened. He was super psyched, super happy. No way.
He wasn't, though.
There's also the foul play, theory that somebody else was involved here. Something happened. But who the fuck picked him up? If that's I don't understand any of this.
I mean, maybe the two that I lean most towards are he decided to start this whole new fucking life and just hitched a ride, or I think he was planning to start a whole new life, and maybe along the way something happened. Or he got abducted.
Who knows? And that's the thing. So there are a lot of people on the internet, in like different sites like Web Sleuths, Reddit, all those places that claim to know the family, claim to know more about this, of course. So
Reddit holes are my favorite holes to
I love Reddit holes. And a lot of people, and one of the things that Sinister had mentioned was that they also said they went into a big Reddit hole, and it's so easy on this case.
I've done it.
A Reddit hole and a Web Sleuth hole is very easy to go into on this case, and I highly suggest it because it's very interesting. But they found that a lot of people were saying that they knew him in high school and that he was a heavy drinker in high school. And that he used to bring booze to high school. Like, they were like, he would come drunk. Like, he was a big drinker.
He was Jeffrey Dahmering it.
So, again, this is just speculation, but it's something to put out there.
Well, and I just feel like sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yes, and some of the people speculated, like Sinister had mentions, that some people thought that maybe he was, like, involved in a drug deal in this place, and that's why it was in a weird area, and that maybe the thing he took out of that duffel bag was like a track phone, like a burner phone. Now, in what could have happened is maybe he put that burner phone in the duffel bag. It wasn't found during the police search because maybe they didn't go into that duffel bag. They just looked in everything else. And that's why no one found that. Maybe he took that, left his real phone because he was planning to get the hell out of there.
Yep.
But I don't know.
I don't know, though. I do feel like that would have been found during the police search.
Well, and when I was listening to this, I was like, yeah, sure, like, okay. But then it was discovered that he was charged with a misdemeanor for a drug charge in 2012. It was for possession.
Didn't his family know about it?
Oh, yeah.
And it was that summer, right?
Yeah. And it was for possession of cannabis, 10 to 30 grams. He pled guilty. It's a Class A misdemeanor. He was sentenced to 12 months it was 12 months supervision beginning 7/17/12. And he also had to pay court fines and fees of $7,500.
Wow.
And there was
in California?
Yeah, and there was a big breakdown of these charges that I have I found the website or a link that leads to this, like the court docket
where
for
you
this.
Can see everything.
And you can see the breakdown of all the charges. And there's a lot of just like normal charges, like court clerk charge, all this stuff.
Was there like intent to distribute or something?
No, I don't know why it was so high.
Yeah.
That's a high fine, but it was there. It's out there. It's public record.
I mean, 20 to 30 grams, that alone is like intent to distribute.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't
that's
have to
a lot.
find any baggies for that.
Well, his roommate Sean said in an interview, in an article, that he believes in his heart that Bryce is okay and alive.
Oh, Sean.
So he really believes it. He said, quote, "I think that he's trying to find himself right now. He doesn't want to be found. He left it," meaning the apartment, "like he was. He was only grabbing the essentials. He left everything else, like he still has most of his clothes here, his TV's here. He told us he would come back on Labor Day." When they asked him about that burning body that they found, before they identified it as not Bryce, they asked him, like, what do you think of that? And he said, quote, "I'm not worried because I know that though he may be having some issues right now, I can't see him doing that to himself. I just have hope that that's not him. Bryce, just come home, man. We all miss you. Family is the most important thing right now."
Oh.
So it seems to me like Sean, he was clearly indicating to Sean that something was wrong. And that he was, and I mean, just by giving him the Xbox and the earrings, I'm sure Sean was like, "Are you saying bye to me? Like, what's happening?"
And the fact that Sean thinks he's okay after he was given those possessions,
it's like, what happened? Because he's and he says, "I don't think he wants to be found."
Yeah,
like he's saying it.
Well, and why do you think that?
Yeah, like what do you say?
Obviously, because he's making it like he doesn't want to be found. But what confirms your belief of that?
Exactly. And some of the other things I have found in my internet searches is that Karen and Mike are portraying that like they were like the happiest family in the world.
But what about that fucking drug bust?
Well, and they're indicating that like nothing bad happened. They are the happiest family in the world, and everything I've seen has said like otherwise. Maybe there was a little tension in that house, in that there could have been some like like, just, it could have been tense in that house and not as, like, happy and, like, rainbows as they're portraying it. And a lot of people are saying that Karen, the mother, is very concerned with, like, appearances and very concerned with not being embarrassed or ashamed, you know, like, as most of us are.
Yeah.
But it sounds like she might have been a little more concerned with that. So her pretending that, like, this couldn't be that he is a heavy drinker or this or that. I mean, you know that he was caught with, you know, he had a drug bust. I know it's just marijuana. That's not a huge deal.
Right. But
you can't say that he was squeaky clean. You know what I mean? Like, he did get busted with quite a bit of pot when he probably shouldn't have. So I think, does that have something to do with this whole thing? Is, like, she knows that, like, he was having a lot of troubles with this stuff, but she doesn't want to say it because she doesn't want to embarrass the family. Right. I think maybe not embarrassing the family might have a lot to do with this.
I agree.
So there is a Facebook page run for this case, and it's called Find Bryce Laspisa. The Facebook is called that. There's a lot of people that will offer tips. People are still, like, you know, stopping people that look like him and trying to find out. And I mean, one of the things that they point to is the tattoo he has. It's huge on his left shoulder. So it's one thing they can use to ID him. Right. Like, when somebody looks like him, it's just like, hey, can I see your left shoulder? Right. All of his information is in databases for national missing persons. It's never hit, like, his social security number, none of his accounts. There's he's never gone into any of his accounts after this.
Because it's like, if you are still
none of them
doing shit, like, where are you getting money?
Like, what's happening? Right. And according to investigators, like, so far, like, nothing's been changed on the accounts. The passwords are still the same.
It's wild. Because it is, like, crazy to think, like, as a 19-year-old, that you just up and walked away and just somehow have a new identity.
Yeah, and, like, never have to touch any of those accounts ever again. Right. That's interesting. And detectives are pretty convinced that a lot of the detectives I've seen are kind of convinced he's still alive and just doesn't want to be found.
Because there's really not a lot to suggest otherwise.
Yeah. And and basically what they think is, like, the key to this case is what he wanted to talk to his mother about. Mm-hmm. And that was going to crack it, basically. What I wonder, personally, is if he was planning initially to take his own life, but when he crashed, he survived, and he did not hit that lake. Reason. And maybe he saw this as a sign. Maybe he was like, "I'm not meant to do this." But it's like, but why wouldn't he stay there? Or, like, this would be his chance to call his family or, like, his friends or something. So I'm like, maybe he was trying to kill, or maybe he was thinking about it.
But why would he have a duffel bag if he was thinking about killing
That's what
himself?
throws me.
I think
and the fact that he just left throws me.
Yeah, the fact that he just left is crazy.
Yeah.
But the fact that he supposedly went to his girlfriend's house just to break up with her, and then everybody thought he was going back to school. Yeah. But he packed a bag. Yep. Drove to her house, broke up with her, told his mom he was coming home, and just never came home. Yeah. I don't think he had... I mean, he clearly had no fucking intentions of going home.
No, he didn't.
I think he somehow set up some kind of new life.
Yeah.
Which is mind-blowing because I'm 23 and right now I don't even know how I would go about that.
Yeah.
But...
Well, that's the thing. It's like, he's 19 years old. He's a grown-ass man. Mm-hmm. If the police have found him, they have no obligation to tell his parents.
Right. Well, and it's almost like maybe he wouldn't want them to, because the last time that he did, or the time that he saw the cops, he was like, "Can you call my mom?"
Yeah.
He didn't want to talk to her.
He didn't see that. That also makes me think, like, what's going on there? Because why wouldn't he want to talk to his parents?
Well, it's just weird that he said to his mom, though, there's a lot I have to talk to you about.
Yeah.
But then it's like, did he say that?
I know, that's the other thing. And it's like, because I haven't seen anything, I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen anything from Kim that confirms that or denies that. Because she was in the room, so I don't know. Right. But it's also like, every time they got on the phone with him during this whole journey, it's like, they would be like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Nothing." And that would be it. Like, no one's pushing for more. Right. That's a weird response.
Well, and you just have to wonder,
what are you doing?
Was there more to the conversation that
yeah,
they just didn't want to say?
Yeah, or it's like he was saying nothing and you guys just weren't pushing it any further. What the fuck aren't you pushing for?
Yeah.
And it's like, did you know something?
Right.
And that's why you didn't push it? I don't know.
What did you know?
Like, I think there's like There's like some ID Discovery shows about this. Mm-hmm. One of them's called like The Road to Nowhere, which just gives me chills.
Fucking terrifying.
Because it reminds me of that song that's like, what is it called?
I don't know.
Fuck, it's that song, The Way by Fastball.
I don't think I've ever heard it.
It's a song about like this couple that just like gets up one day and decides to just leave their life behind.
That's really scary.
And I think it was based, actually, maybe we'll cover it in like a mini morbid or something because it's kind of crazy, about this old couple that like got up one day and just like left their life, and they ended up like dying on the road.
Oh.
It's a very bizarre, very, like, and the song always gives me the heebs.
Yeah, I have like, the heebs right now.
Because I believe the singer of Fastball like read that story and then wrote this song, which is creepy. And it's like this very upbeat song, too. It's real weird. But as soon as I read this case and read more about it and heard like The Road to Nowhere as like the thing, it just made me think of this song. And I'm like, ugh, and the whole thing's just creepy and
it's
weird.
Very spooky.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. But
I like my life. I don't want to up and leave it.
This was in 2013. It is almost 2020, and we have zero information about where Bryce Laspisa is.
Yeah, that's insane.
And I just don't know, guys.
I think he started over. And I think maybe police have found him, and maybe he was just like, I don't want people to find me. And he's of age where, like you said before, they don't have to tell his parents where he is.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, the only questions with that is like, why? But maybe we'll never know that. Because,
maybe he gave them a good reason.
Yeah, maybe we're only seeing what people are telling us about his life.
He went into the witness protection program.
Maybe.
Even though he's not a witness.
I don't know.
Maybe he was a witness to something.
It's all bizarre, man.
So many... There's like... I just want to have so many answers.
I know. And it's like... So I can definitely get behind that he's alive. He's voluntarily missing. Maybe the police know where he is. And he said, I don't want anyone to know, so I'm just going to peace out. Maybe.
Direct quote.
The only thing that's really irking me about that one is like, he hasn't touched any of his accounts.
Yeah, I mean, that is weird.
But, I mean, I guess you can get a new identity. It can happen. People do disappear, so it's like, look at that. But, and then it's like, and then I can understand why people think he was trying to take his own life.
I understand that.
But if that's the case, where's his body?
Right. Because you would think that it wouldn't be very far from...
Yeah.
Where, like, the whole lake and everything
Where's he going?
was.
Where did he go to do it? And it's like, we haven't found his remains at all? It's like, what?
Well, and the fact that it just stops, like, the scent just stops at that truck stop.
I think maybe he just got in a car and he...
started over.
Left the state. And he's somewhere else.
Maybe he went to, like, another country. Like, maybe he went to Mexico or, like, Canada or...
He could be anywhere on this planet.
Honestly. Maybe, I know Hawaii's not another country, but maybe he went to Hawaii. Yeah. California's not that far from Hawaii.
He went off the mainland. He's out of here.
I've been off the mainland.
You have. You came from off the mainland.
I know.
So, that is the crazy, spooky, frustrating, unbelievable tale of the disappearance of Bryce Laspisa.
It's a gnarly one. It's one of my favorites just because it's like there's so many things you can come up with.
Yeah, twisty and turny
and it just leaves you feeling spooked. I remember the first time I heard it, it was a rainy day and I was in traffic and it just felt right to listen to.
It's the road to nowhere, man.
But I was on the road to my eye doctor that day.
That gives me goosey bumps. I don't like it.
Does me going to the eye doctor make you feel better?
Yeah, it does.
I got new glasses that day.
I love that for you.
I have a very, like, specific memory of, like, when I've heard something, I can remember, like, where I was when I heard it.
I get that.
That's fun.
But, yeah, it's a crazy case. We don't have any more answers for you.
I want answers.
We gave you our opinion about it, but that's based off of, like, speculation and just...
I want to hear your guys' theories.
Yeah, we would definitely want to hear what you guys think. And everything that I got here, I got from verified sources, at least. So, I mean, it's speculation, but it's speculation from pretty reliable sources. Definitely go watch the ID Discovery about it. I believe in That's Why We Drink did an episode about this.
That's where I heard it. It was really good.
And definitely go check out the Sinisterhood episode about this because they were great. It's a good one.
It is.
And it's just, it's really tricky. So, yeah, we hope you dug it.
We love you.
We do. We love you so much.
And yeah, so thanks for listening to that. Alaina did a really good job. And
thanks.
If you want to see the pictures that she's going to post to go along with the case, they'll be on Instagram at
Morbid Podcast.
They'll probably also be on Facebook at
Morbid: a true crime podcast.
You could join the Facebook group.
You should do it. Morbid: a true crime podcast group.
Then tweet at us about what you think your theory is.
At a Morbid Podcast.
Email us a case suggestion, a listener tale, a spooky road suggestion, a hey, hi, what's up, hello.
Yes. morbidpodcast@gmail.com.
Check out the merch on our website.
morbidpodcast.com.
And donate to the Patreon. Our manager is helping us organize it.
Sure is. Patreon.com/morbidpodcast.
We hope you keep listening.
And we hope you
keep
it weird.
But not so weird that you go to school one day and you're like, oh my god, I used to be so much fun and now I feel like I'm not going to be fun anymore, but I'm going to start heavily drinking and taking Vyvanse, and then I'm going to break up with my girlfriend once, and then I'm going to say, no, never mind, it's fine, and then I'm going to break up with her again, and then I'm going to go, here, have my Xbox and my diamond studs, and then I'm going to start driving, and then I'm going to stay put, and then the cops are going to come get me, and then I'm going to be like, no, I don't want to talk to my mom, and then my mom's going to be like, okay, it's fine, and then I'm going to drive off an embankment and accelerate because I'm trying to get to that lake, but maybe I'm not trying to get to that lake, you don't know where I'm trying to go, and then nobody knows where I'm going. Don't keep it that weird. Nobody knows where you are.
Do not keep it that weird.
I got so out of breath doing
that. That was a good one.
Bye.